And the geek shall inherit the podcast. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Scoop Dog, and thank you for coming back for another drop. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I will forever be indebted to you. So let's talk Batgirl, flop girl. So look, when the Warner Brothers canceled this movie, they did it because they were in a really bad situation in terms of like the DCEU at the time. Every movie was flopping and they could not risk losing more millions. Now, two movies that they infamously canned were Batgirl and Coyote versus Acme, which we now know was picked up by a smaller distribution company and will see the light of day. I guess they know they're not going to make, well, they don't think they're going to make their money back on it, but for some reason, Warner Brothers had no faith in this. It's sort of like this throwback to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But a lot of people who saw it, insiders, say it was really funny and really entertaining. So I guess this is why that company went out of their way to purchase it and want to release it so that we all get a chance to see it. Now, with the Batgirl situation, I think it's a little different because if I'm not mistaken, they had to delete the footage as part of the agreement with the government tax write-off. Now, a lot of the people behind the movie scrambled to watch it one last time. I think they had a watch party for the entire cast and crew because they knew that it was never going to see the light of day. I remember the directors, Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. They did a great job with reviving the Bad Boys franchise. They did the last two sequels, and they did a great job with Miss Marvel for Disney Plus. Now, they say that they got to see the movie which had unfinished special effects. Nothing was completed, and they had a lot of confidence in this, but Warner Brothers did not want to take a chance, and it's probably when they were on the verge of being sold too, so they didn't want to collect any more L's, and they scrapped it. So now recently, one of the actors who was also in Bad Boys 3 and 4, Jacob Scipio, he was playing a mob boss in Batgirl. And now, as I always say, I don't really take the word of the actors or the crew or anyone who's directly involved with the movie when it comes to feedback and criticism, but there were other people in the industry who say they saw the movie and did not think that it deserved to be deleted and scrapped like that, especially before they got to do proper editing, reshoots, and special effects. I think that was kind of hasty that they did that, but for some reason he thinks that there's a possibility that it could actually come back just because of what happened to Acme versus Coyote. But I don't think that he knows about that part about the deleting of the footage, and if it were to come back, it definitely would not be under James Gunn's DCU, and it would be treated as an Elseworld and probably sold to someone like Prime Video. Absolutely would not be featured on HBO Max for anything. I personally would love to see this movie. Even if it is crap, I want to see it. Just because these guys are so creative when it comes to their action sequences and the way they're filmed. I'm like, maybe the acting at worst would have been cheesy, you know, kind of like what we got with Dominique Thorne and Riri Williams, like just a terrible actress. But maybe we would have gotten great performances from everyone else. I mean, we had Brendan Fraser playing Firefly. I would have loved to see his interpretation of this. And what type of script were they aiming for? Was it going to be campy and jokey like the Adam West Batman, or was this going to be kind of hardcore? If there's a chance that this footage exists and there is a loophole where they could release it, I think they should. What do you guys think? Do you care enough to want to see this? Do you think that Warner Brothers was too hasty? I think they were. Drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts.